Welcome back. A murder mystery that's captivated people for more than 150 years is being brought to life here in Indianapolis. It's the theatrical adaptation of the trial of Nancy Clem, and you have a chance to have your day in court. Dr. Jim Trofeter has portrayed Benjamin Harrison, in this case as the prosecutor, for 13 years now. Charles Hyde, president of the CEO of the Benjamin Harrison Presidential Site, is also here to talk about this really unique presentation. Gentlemen, thanks for talking with us this morning. How is this, I guess, first of all, the background on this case so people are a bit more familiar with it?
Well, this is a fascinating case. So it was the case in which a woman was tried and convicted for murder, the first in Indiana. And as it turns out, it would be future President Benjamin Harrison that was the prosecutor in several of those cases. And there's all sorts of interesting nuances to this case that I think continue to make it a fascinating real crime story.
It was interesting how this ultimately resulted in multiple different trials for her. At any point, though, she was not convicted at any point, though, was she?
Well, there are 4 trials. She was actually convicted in 2 of them, but those 2 were overturned by technicalities in the proceedings. Yeah.
So this is going to be sort of representing the case, recreating the case, but I know that you're also, it's somewhat unscripted and interactive for people, right? Can you talk about how that works?
So this is going to be a really unconventional, dramatic presentation. So we'll have Dr. James Trofeter as himself presenting the case for Benjamin Harrison, and we'll have Dr. Donna Wing presenting the case for Nancy Clem to an actual judge.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be all the nuances of this case, and they'll be able to draw from that dramatic background that they've been able to build over the past more than decade. And so there's going to be a lot of nuance to it. The audience will be drawn into that story, and they'll have an opportunity to interact at various points during the performance.
I was going to say, what type of different role or part in this can the public play when they're actually in there?
Well, so I think part of what makes it so compelling is that you're drawing from this deep expertise from the dramatic roles that they've portrayed in the past. And so while they're portraying themselves, they're also portraying these characters and engaging a judge into the nuances of this case. And I mean, it's such a fascinating case. There's so much, really, there's a lot of tawdry detail to it.
Right, and so the audience gets to actually be involved in a sort of a talk back at the end, where they can actually sort of help us explore some more of the case. It's interesting, the 4 trials had lots of peculiarities to them that, if tried nowadays, probably would have led to a lot of mistrials and a lot of other people being charged with perjury, witness tampering, and a whole bunch of other things. And so we're bringing the judge in because we want to get some of these procedural details fleshed out, because he knows the law, and we've asked him about some of this stuff. So he's gone back and looked at the law back then to see how they differ from how it would be nowadays if we tried to do this nowadays.
Well, it really, I think, explores deeply this idea of justice and what is justice, both contemporary to that era and by today's standards. So I think it's very relevant to the conversations we're having today, but again, presented in a very dramatic way.
Yeah, just what an interesting sort of immersive lesson in the law and history all at the same time as it sort of unfolds organically right there in front of you. I know that this is starting very soon with performances beginning today, right?
Yep. And you can find out more information at candlelighttheater.org or at presidentbenjaminharrison.org and can get your tickets. So there's still tickets available. We have performances tonight and tomorrow and on the 17th and 18th. So again, you can go to those websites and find out more, get your tickets while they're still available.
Unique experience for each one, and I'm sure each one is different each time too. So gentlemen, thanks so much for being a part of this and sharing this and telling us more about it, and have fun, break a leg.
Thanks, Lee.
Thank you.
And if you at home are interested in, again, that information, you can head to the Benjamin Harrison Foundation's website, bhpsite.org. Coming up next in our next